kind of UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, that has been procured by peacekeeping operations is a very specific kind that is used specifically for surveillance, reconnaissance, and it does not, cannot carry weapons. Yes, last question to Mr.
How can it be the last question?
Thank you. Well, why can't it be
Yeah,
the last question?
I have questions for you.
Well, tomorrow is another day.
Well, you did this yesterday as well.
Tomorrow is
I have a
another.
question.
Yes, Matthew, then I'm coming to you. Yes,
Sure.
as well as
Okay, thanks for answering yesterday's question about the UAV contract. I wanted to ask you two things about the Democratic Republic of the Congo. One is, now that the MONUSCO deadline has occurred, there are at least some reports of the government, the FARDC, closing the border to Rwanda and of arrests of Kinyarwanda speakers in Goma. And I wanted to know whether MONUSCO is aware of any of that or has any update as its deadline expired. And also, yesterday, alongside the drone answer, you'd said that the DPKO won't disclose the units of the Congolese Army that it supports. I've gone back over it. It seems like that doesn't seem to be a policy. It seems that in MONUSCO press conferences, where it suits them or serves them, they do name battalions. So I wanted to know, what's the basis of, given that it's particularly in terms of assessing compliance with the human rights due diligence policy, what's the basis of disclosing some units supported and not others? Can you just explain more about what you said yesterday? I don't understand it.
On the last part, no, I can't. And on the first part, let me just update you a little bit. The mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, MONUSCO, is reporting to us that as planned and in close coordination with the Congolese security forces, its peacekeepers have now established a security zone in the greater Goma area and along the Goma-Sake axis in North Kivu province. The objective of the security zone is to provide better protection to more than 1 million civilians, including internally displaced persons living in the area. UN peacekeepers and Congolese security forces will continue their patrols to ensure that the area is free of unauthorized weapons. And the mission adds that the security zone is not an offensive operation and is not targeted at any one armed group. MONUSCO reiterates its commitment to a political solution to address the recurrent cycles of violence and instability in eastern DRC, and calls on all parties to implement their commitments under the framework agreement signed by the leaders of Great Lakes region.
Sure. I just wanted to, is it possible to get from them, I mean, are they monitoring these questions of arrest, these reports that arrests have come out? And also, what would you say to the theory or that by establishing this zone, the idea is to allow the FARDC to head north and engage various or some of the armed groups? Is there some coordination with the FARDC to establish a back area that's unarmed in order to allow offensive operations in the front?
Just to say, this is not an offensive operation, and that this security zone is to be able to better protect civilians in that area. And heaven knows they've endured enough already in that area, and this is a core part of the mandate of the mission, protection of civilians, and this is the aim of this latest development.
How many
yes,
weapons
please.
were turned in?
Yes, please. Matthew, you can
No.
you can shake your head if you
Sure.
like.